Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Hello viewers, welcome to my channel. My name is Muhammad Atiq Anwar and you are watching my channel Muhammad Atiq Anwar, an education for us all. So a number of subscribers and parents have come to me and asked me to do PowerPoint presentations on various maths and English topics, and as you can see from the slide, this one is algebra and the specific topic is changing the subject. So if you're not familiar, then all will be revealed. So this is for the pupils that are doing mocks in January or in June. In June, the year 10s will be doing mocks, and the year 11s, of course, will be doing proper exams, as it were, the GCSEs, and we wish them all the best for that. But of course, they need to practice, so the practice ones are in January. Okay, so let's first of all make the plea. And the plea is, please like, share and subscribe to the channel. We need more subscribers and we need more watch time. Okay, so as always, I have lots of examples to go through, some exam questions that you can have a go at. Okay, let's make a start. So the topic is changing the subject. So it's a very useful thing because it can be applied to other things. It involves a formula, and so things, the other subjects I can think of is science. So I've already said that it involves a formula, and there's what's known as an unknown, where we don't know the value of something. Okay, so nice easy one to start off with. So what we are being asked to do is, we're given the information here, y equals 2x. So y is the subject. So the sort of way of expressing it is that it's expressed in terms of x. So whatever the values of x are, that will be the value of y. So that the way it is at the present moment, y equals 2 multiplied by whatever the value of x is. So if the value of x was 2, then the answer would be 4. But in this presentation, we aren't doing that. What we're doing is we are rearranging that formula. Okay, and that is possible, as it says there. And this is called changing the subject. Okay, so we need to make x on its own. So the rules of algebra need to be followed. So what is stopping the x being on its own? The answer is clearly the 2. We need to get rid of the 2. And the other rule of algebra is what we do to one side, we must do to the other side. Okay, so as it is, to get rid of the 2, we need to divide that by 2 because it's 2 multiplied by x. So if we divide it by 2, we can't do it with the x, and dividing it by 2 gets rid of that. So what we have is y divided by 2 equals x, because this way we have got rid of the x. So the answer is x equals y over 2. Here's another one. So we are being asked to make b the subject. So we need to rearrange it. So just have a look at it. So what's stopping b being on its own? The answer is the -1 and the 3. So we need to get rid of or rearrange those. So what we're doing is adding. So a plus 1 and a -1 cancel each other out, and the 3b will be left on its own. Okay, so remember, what we do to one side we must do to the other. So we have a plus 1 on there and we have 3b. Okay, so the question is, you are being asked to express b as the subject. So it's still got the 3 with it, so what do we do is divide by 3, and again because we divide one side we must do the same to the other side. So that becomes a plus 1 over 3, and that gives us b because we divided that by 3. So the solution to this, we have been asked to show b as the subject, so b equals a plus 1 over 3, or divided by 3. Okay, so some people saying just do 2 examples and then we can have a go ourselves. So what I'll do is I'll give you 5 seconds to freeze the screen and then I will go through the question. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so we've rewritten the formula. So we have to express n as the subject, in other words get n on its own. Okay, so what's stopping it? The answer is the 5. So because that's a plus 5, we must take 5 away and that will cancel the 5 out. So it becomes m minus 5 equals 7n. So the n is still not on its own, it has the 7. So we must divide by 7. Okay, so that's got rid of the 7. N is on its own. N equals m minus 5 divided by 7. Okay, here's another example. So this time we've got 2 letters. But again, I'll pause for 5 seconds because people like to challenge themselves. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So we are being asked to make t the subject. So t has 3 and the 5u with it. Okay, so get rid of the 5u first, and we can do that by minusing it. So we are going to minus 5u on both sides. So on the right hand side that gets rid of the plus 5u, but on this side we need to write that, and that leaves 3t. So we don't have t on its own, it's got the 3 with it, and to get rid of the 3 we need to divide it by 3. That will get rid of the 3 and leave t on its own. So t equals s minus 5u divided by 3. Okay, let's do another one. So we've got the same formula, but we've been asked to make u the subject. So the u has the 5 and the 3t to get rid of. So let's start that process. So we need to take away 3t, and of course we must do the same to the other side. So that is s minus 3t, and that is 5u. So the u is still not on its own, it has 5. Okay, divide both sides by 5. Alright, so u is now on its own. U equals s minus 3t divided by 5. Okay, so we had one formula, and we could, we've been asked to do 2 other things. So that one formula created 3. Okay, which is s equals 3t plus 5u. And we could have expressed it with u as the subject. U equals s minus 3t divided by 5. And we also expressed t as the subject, and that was s minus 5u divided by 3. Okay, let's do some more. Okay, so here we've got a bracket. So there's various ways of doing this. So here we're getting rid of the 3 because it's outside, so we divide by 3. Okay, so dividing that side by 3, and that leaves us b plus c. Remember, we are making c the subject, so as it is now we need to get rid of the b, so that's we are going to take b away, and of course we must do the same on the other side. Okay, so that's how it's expressed there, and we have c on its own. So c equals a divided by 3 minus b. Okay, let's do another one. Alright, so a little bit more challenging. So you are being asked to make b the subject. So I'll give you 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So I'm going to go through the solution, guys. So we've rewritten the equation or formula. So first of all we need to subtract the 5. So that becomes a minus 5, and we have b over 3 on the other side. We still don't have b on its own. We need to get rid of the divide by 3, so what we do is we must multiply by 3. So the way to express it is, so we are going to multiply, so on this side we put the 3, sorry, we put a minus 5 in a bracket, and because we're going to multiply both of those, we put the 3 outside. Okay, and that has got b on its own. So b equals 3 open brackets a minus 5. So we could also write b equals 3a minus 15. Okay, have I got another one? Nope, these are the exam questions. Okay, so the first two I think quite easy, and then they get more involved. So I'll pause for 5 seconds so that you get a chance to freeze the screen, have a go, and I'll put up the answers. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So in the first one, we are asked the value of b, so it's quite simply the 4 that needs to be got rid of. So it's because we took 4 away from one side, we put it on the other side as well, so b equals a minus 4. Next one, 4d equals c. We are being asked to get d on its own. To get d on its own we need to divide by 4 to get rid of the 4. So it's c over 4. Okay, and we need, on this one we're being asked to get m on its own. So because we want to get rid of the minus 3, we need to add 3. So adding 3 on the left hand side gets rid of the minus 3, and we still have the 3 on the other side. Okay, let's move on. So the next set, a little more challenging. Okay, so again I'll pause for 5 seconds and let you write those down. And as I say, there are various ways of doing these with brackets. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so just write it again so we can expand the bracket. So what we've done is multiplied the 5. That gets w on this side, sorry, as it is. So I did explain this earlier. So what we're trying to do, we're trying to get t on its own, remember. So at the present moment there's a 5 and a 10 to get rid of. So first get rid of the 10. And remember, we do the same on the other side. So it's w minus 10. So the t is still not on its own. It's got the 5. So we need to divide by 5. Okay, so t is on its own. And on the other side, it becomes w minus 10 divided by 5. Okay, one more. So again, sorry, this time it's t on its own. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Are we ready? So do it a different way. Okay, we can just simply divide by 5. So that line stays the same. 2 plus t equals w. Remember, we have to get t on its own, so I forgot to say that we need to divide the other side by 5. So 2 plus t equals w divided by 5. Okay, so the t is still not on its own. It's got the 2, so we need to minus 2. So t equals w divided by 5 minus 2. Okay, so I hope that was nice and clear for you. And that brings us to the end of the session. So we've learned to change the subject of a formula. We've seen how to do this with 2 or more what we call unknowns. And we've tried to do some GCSEs, or we have done some GCSE questions. And remember, these are the easier ones. Okay, so that is the end of the session. I thank you for watching. Please keep watching. Please like, share and subscribe to the channel. Tell all your friends, family, etc. about the channel. So until the next time, I say look after yourselves, look after others. अपना ख्याल रखना, दूसरों का ख्याल रखना, दुआओं में याद रखना. अल्लाह हाफिज.